Hey everyone, welcome to Reddit Readout. Today we are checking out True Off My Chest. Story 1. I still think about the one that got away. I am in a relationship now with someone I seriously love, but for some reason I can't stop thinking about the one that I let slip through my fingers. I had a chance and I ran scared. He gave me every sign, and I wasn't ready. He moved away and I am now with someone else, but I think about him at least once every couple of months. What could have been? Would I be happier with him? Does he ever think of me? Why did I run? Why didn't he try harder? I think about reaching out every time, but it doesn't feel right knowing how I feel. He is my one regret. Story 2. Should I stop talking to this girl? So this girl I was talking to for 2 months, I lost my V card to her, had cut me off because she said, she can't be with nobody who an atheist. She thinks since I'm an atheist I'm just negative and have no hope. And when I messed up and quit my job because I thought I had the other one, it's like she felt differently towards me. She tried to say I need to get my life together and etc, but when I had one she wasn't saying shit like this. She wanna be friends. She keeps saying things can probably go back to the same, but we know that's a slim chance tbh. Story 3. Why is it such a negative to get a paternity test? Before I start, be forewarned, I am not a writer at all. I work with my hands and do math. Also, you might be able to hear my ADHD in my texts. Bear with me here. I started off googling paternity tests, just because, if you can afford it, why not make sure? A few links down, was all the related Reddit threads. I just clicked around Reddit after that and read for about an hour, and didn't see one person say a single positive thing about paternity tests in a relationship. I see how you could be offended as a woman, but what's wrong with just being sure? It's not a lack of trust, it's peace of mind. If you birthed a kid, you know it's yours, right? I just wanna know it's mine too. I just read a post about a woman who was so offended, she let him get the test, and when it came back positive she immediately left him. She broke up a whole family because he wanted to be sure. And he's the bad guy? And that's just one of the few I read. Once again, I get how shitty it is to not be trusted by your partner. But certainty of your children heavily outweighs that. And finding out your kid isn't yours would easily feel worse. Story 4. I think my boyfriend is cheating on me. So just for context, if you've read my previous posts, I have a very narcissistic family and we often butt heads about small things from time to time, and my BF was kind of my outlet for whenever I have these arguments with my mum/grandma. When he was driving me back home, he stopped for gas and went inside to pay for it and also get snacks for us. While I was in the car, I was looking for the lost earring I dropped at the back of my seat and found a hair tie with red hair. This immediately made me question him because I have jet black hair and his hair is brown like the rest of his family. I've met all of his friends, we go to the same school, and none of the girls have red hair. Brunette or blonde. When he got back into the car I confronted him, but he denied everything and said there's nothing to worry about. I love you, you know this. Why are you questioning me when I've been here for you through everything? At the time this made me think, oh, he would never do that to me, but now I'm slowly questioning his fidelity. Story 5. Why can't people believe men can be platonic friends with women? I, 39M, live with my roommate, 40F. Last night her parents came to visit. We cooked them dinner. Afterward her dad came to me and told me we would be a wonderful couple. Then her mom came to me separately and told me I was going to break her daughter's heart and threatened me with violence. My roommate and I are close friends, with very similar interests. We are also both autistic. We have never flirted or been in any way sexual towards each other. She is now very uncomfortable and awkward near me, after her parents pulled her aside. I don't know what to do. I have never expressed any interest in her, romantically. She's a great person and a good friend, but I am not attracted to her. Her parents came to dinner and now everything is awkward. How do I fix this? Story 6. Being an art student sucks. My thoughts are a mess currently and I guess this is gonna turn out pretty messy as well. Sorry and thanks in advance. Also I'm not sure if I'm on the right sub, but I didn't know where else to say this. I major in arts and graphic design. In this field most students are either talented or have so much passion or both. During my first semester I had so much passion, I was looking forward to learning new things and gaining experience. Professors and lecturers assured us that drawing and other artistic skills were totally learnable and that talent is just a bonus. And we were treated like actual students back then. Yet it seems like they forgot their own words. Through different subjects in different semesters I noticed the same thing, they praised the mostly perfect designs of those who were talented by nature or learned stuff away from college, and ignored the fact that other students didn't have time to self-learn during vacations were still learning. Well, that's why I came here in the first place. I enjoyed my first year and got really high grades, professors were fair, skilled, and actually taught us. The following years after choosing a department to expertise in, were disastrous. All the professors did was mock us, and wonder how we weren't pros in the brand new things they're supposed to teach us and never actually teach us anything. OFC there was a couple of them that were nice, and we appreciated every lecture with them, although that should be the norm not the exception. The grading system was chaotic, it either depended on the professor's mood and type, or if you did exactly what they asked for no matter it turned out gross or great, or if you simped for them lol. I was on the high grades spectrum but not the highest, and I didn't really care since it won't matter after graduating, all that matters to employers that you were skilled and fast. I managed to get over the grading part even though it wasn't fair at all. But I couldn't get myself to ignore their mocking and laughing at our work or ideas. Lectures got really stressing, you skip meals, stay up all night, work your heart out, just for them to crush everything with one annoying word. I tried to convince myself that it wasn't about their opinion, and that all that mattered was that I made something I find beautiful and am proud of, but it didn't work. Their words kept on affecting us. As students and friends most of us supported and taught each other except for some people that considered this journey a race not a learning experience. Over the semesters my energy and passion dimmed, procrastination hit. I had no reason to do the assignments other than not to fail. It didn't matter if I did it with my heart or not, it never gets appreciated anyway. I was afraid of working and giving something my time and energy just for it to get ignored. I skipped outings and events and all my hobbies to work on my assignments, which I almost always procrastinated till the last second. Not able to enjoy my life nor my college years, I was burnt out. After being left feeling like a failure, getting closer to college friends, we started talking about our feelings and stuff. And that feeling was shared among most us. Which made us feel less like losers, but we were still sad about everything. I'm still studying, hoping these years can go by as fast as possible. Doing the bare minimum, not working my heart out anymore. And surprisingly it got the same outcome. I feel constant devastation, I have so much hate for those professors and the whole mess learning system. I would appreciate your advice, jokes, questions, and anything really. I wanna distract those annoying thoughts. Be the first to comment. Nobody's responded to this post yet. Add your thoughts and get the conversation going. Story 7. I want to give up. I'm a single mom of 2 kids. I work 2 jobs and deliver for DoorDash just to make ends meet. I know my story isn't unique, I know there are millions in the exact position I'm in. But I feel completely alone. Yesterday I stopped at the ATM to withdraw my check for rent because my landlord only wants cash. A few hours later last night while delivering for DoorDash I was held up at gunpoint. They stole my purse, which had my rent money, my peace of mind, everything. I am my kids' entire world, but I can't help but think they'd be better off without me. I'm so tired of trying to survive and getting nowhere. My landlord is giving me a week to come up with rent that took me a month to save for. Does anyone know of any side work but nothing like DoorDash or Uber? I appreciate any suggestions. Story 8. Asking a guy, 29M, I like to be my 28F boyfriend tomorrow morning, preparing for him to say no. I'm just riddled with anxiety and nerves and need to vent it out. Anyway, I started dating this guy about 6 weeks ago. I really like him, and I think he's great. 2 weeks in, he apologized for being distant, which threw me off a little, and started a conversation about how we felt. He admitted that he was distant because he had thought about the last time we were together and how much we laughed and felt a strong connection, and got scared thinking about what to do with it. Also said that he was scared to jump into another relationship. He ended a 2-year relationship in February. He knows I want to be in a relationship. I was okay with leaving things kind of open-ended at the time because we hadn't known each other very long, and I wasn't sure about us. Well, it's a month later and I feel differently. So I've asked him to talk about it in the morning, and I have an overwhelming feeling that it will be the last time I see him. Sad face. I'm really sad, but either way, I'm really proud of myself for communicating what I want and doing what is right for me, as this is something I've struggled with in relationships for a long time. Story 9. I've known my ex-wife co-parent is a cheater for 10 years. We split 11 years ago and divorced a year later. We had a 4-year-old at the time. She had completely emotionally checked out, would barely even speak to me, dead bedroom for months, and she was out of the house all of the time with no/unbelievable reasons. I caught some notifications on her home screen that at least proved an emotional affair. I heard rumors of sketchy behavior from friends. If I brought up any suspicions, she would call me insane and paranoid, say I was just like my dad. Low blow. I asked myself, is it worth it to become a private eye and hack her phone and follow her to work? If I don't trust her that much, this is already over. So we split amicably, shared custody, and have been co-parenting really nicely for all this time. But a few months after the divorce, people started coming out of the woodwork with stories. She worked at one of the largest employers in our town, and seemingly everybody I ran into from there would give me pitying looks because I was that guy that she was running around on with multiple people. Still, benefit of the doubt, she was not well liked and people can make things up. But then she sent me a Reddit link with something she posted about our son, and I looked at her profile. She had responded to a Cheaters of Reddit, why? Thread, and it was all there in black and white. I'm sure she wonders why I stopped being so friendly at that time. After that it's been all business regarding the kid, no socializing. But I've never confronted her in all this time. I fantasize about it sometimes. But I know she'll just gaslight me again, and then once I lay the hammer, the screenshots of her posts, what does it even matter? What do I win? Maybe she will find this Reddit post like I did and just live with the realization that she didn't get away with anything. That's all for today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.